Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story that's been sending ripples, pun intended, throughout the entire crypto community. It's the moment many have been waiting for, a potential game changer for one of the most talked about digital assets out there. That's right, we're talking about the launch of the very first spot XRP Exchange Traded Fund, or ETF, in the United States. This is a massive development, not just for XRP holders, but for the broader cryptocurrency market as it signals another step towards mainstream financial adoption. The company making these waves is Canary Capital, and they've officially brought their spot XRP ETF to the public, listing it on none other than the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. This isn't just a minor event, it's a landmark moment. For years, the discussion around crypto ETFs has been dominated by Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, XRP is stepping into that exclusive circle, opening up a whole new avenue for investors who want exposure to this specific digital asset without the complexities of direct ownership. So, what exactly happened on day one? The debut was nothing short of spectacular. On its very first day of trading, the Canary Capital XRP ETF saw a staggering trading volume of $58 million. Let that sink in for a moment. 58 million. That level of activity is a powerful indicator of the pent-up demand and immense interest from the investment world. It shows that institutional and retail investors alike were eagerly waiting on the sidelines, ready to jump in as soon as a regulated, familiar financial product like an ETF became available. This isn't just about buying and selling, it's about validation. Having a spot XRP ETF on a major U.S. exchange like Nasdaq lends a significant degree of legitimacy and credibility to XRP. It moves it further away from the speculative fringes and closer to the heart of the traditional financial system. For the average investor, this is a huge deal. Instead of navigating crypto exchanges, worrying about private keys, and dealing with digital wallets, they can now gain exposure to XRP's price movements through their regular brokerage account, just like they would buy a share of Apple or Tesla. This launch is significant for several key reasons. First and foremost, it's about accessibility. An ETF breaks down barriers to entry. Many people are curious about cryptocurrencies but are intimidated by the technical side of things. They understand stocks, they understand ETFs, and now they can use that familiar framework to invest in XRP. This broadens the potential investor base exponentially. Secondly, it's about institutional adoption. Large investment funds, pension plans, and other major financial players often have strict mandates that prevent them from holding digital assets directly. However, they are typically allowed to invest in regulated products like ETFs. The Canary Capital XRP ETF provides that crucial bridge, potentially unlocking a torrent of institutional capital that could flow into the XRP ecosystem over time. Think about the long-term implications of that. We're talking about a potential multi-trillion-dollar pool of money that now has a clear and regulated pathway to gain exposure to XRP. However, the market's immediate reaction was a classic crypto story, full of twists and turns. Despite the monumental news and the incredible trading volume, XRP's price didn't just rocket to the moon and stay there. Instead, it experienced some notable volatility. There was an initial surge, as you might expect, with excitement and buying pressure driving the price up. But then we saw a pullback. This is a phenomenon we often see in financial markets, sometimes referred to as buy the rumor, sell the news. Many traders who had been accumulating XRP in anticipation of the ETF announcement may have decided to take profits once the news became official. This created selling pressure that counteracted some of the initial positive momentum. It's a reminder that even with fundamentally positive news, short-term price action can be unpredictable and influenced by a wide range of factors, including market sentiment, profit-taking, and broader macroeconomic conditions. It doesn't diminish the long-term significance of the launch, but it highlights the complex dynamics at play in the crypto markets. Let's break down why this volatility occurred. The sell the news event is a major factor. Speculators who bought in early, betting on the ETF approval, saw the official launch as their exit point. Their selling activity can create a temporary dip in the price. Additionally, the broader crypto market context is crucial. If Bitcoin or the rest of the market is experiencing a downturn, it can create a headwind for any individual asset, even one with great news. The crypto market is highly interconnected, and a bearish trend in one area can easily spill over into others. Furthermore, some initial investors in the ETF itself might be using it for short-term trading rather than long-term holding, adding to the price fluctuations. It is important for anyone watching this space to look beyond the day-to-day price swings and focus on the bigger picture. The key takeaway isn't the price on day 1 or day 2, but the fact that the fundamental structure for investing in XRP has now changed for the better. This new accessibility is a long-term bullish catalyst, even if it causes some short-term turbulence. So, what does this mean for the future of XRP and other altcoins? The successful launch of a spot XRP ETF sets a powerful precedent. It essentially creates a roadmap for other major cryptocurrencies to follow. If XRP can get an ETF, why not others like Solana, Cardano, or Polygon? This could open the floodgates for a whole new wave of crypto-based financial products. It suggests that regulators and traditional financial institutions are becoming more comfortable with the digital asset class beyond just Bitcoin and Ethereum. For Ripple, the company closely associated with XRP, this is a massive win. It adds a layer of market legitimacy that is invaluable, especially as they continue to navigate their legal and regulatory landscape. A thriving liquid ETF market for XRP strengthens its position as a key player in the digital finance space, potentially boosting its adoption for cross-border payments and other use cases. It demonstrates that there is real, tangible demand from the traditional financial world. Looking ahead, we should keep a close eye on a few key metrics. First, the daily trading volume of the Canary Capital XRP ETF. Will it sustain the initial momentum, or will it taper off? Consistent, high volume would be a very strong signal of enduring investor interest. Second, watch for fund inflows. Are people putting new money into the ETF day after day? This is a measure of net buying pressure and a great indicator of long-term conviction. Third, we need to monitor the price of XRP in relation to the ETF's performance. A strong positive correlation would show that the ETF is effectively tracking the underlying asset and that its existence is having a supportive effect on the price. And finally, keep an ear to the ground for announcements from other asset managers. Will we see competitors like BlackRock or Fidelity enter the race and file for their own spot XRP ETFs? Competition would be a fantastic sign for the market, as it would likely lead to lower fees and more options for investors. In conclusion, the launch of the first U.S. spot XRP ETF by Canary Capital is a truly historic event. It marks a pivotal moment in the journey of XRP from a niche digital asset to a mainstream, investable security for the masses. While the initial price action has been volatile, the long-term implications are overwhelmingly positive. The incredible $58 million debut on NASDAQ is a testament to the massive untapped demand for a regulated way to invest in XRP. This opens the door to a new era of accessibility, institutional investment, and market legitimacy. It's a development that will likely have a ripple effect across the entire crypto industry, setting a precedent for other altcoins to follow. We're witnessing the financial infrastructure for the future being built right before our eyes, and XRP is now a key part of that story. The road ahead will surely have its ups and downs, but the foundation has been laid for a very exciting future. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is the start of a major bull run for XRP, or is it just a temporary hype cycle? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you got any value from this video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of crypto and finance. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.